Good day, fellow Jersey nerds. Welcome to episode 8 of Throwback, Throwdown, powered by HockeyJerseyConcepts.com. I'm your host, Ryan, and on today's Throwdown, we're going back to the World Cup of Hockey. Previously, we've done the 96 World Cup of Hockey, the 2004 World Cup of Hockey, so logically, today we have to do the 2016 World Cup of Hockey. The previous two episodes, we've done Canada versus Russia and Finland versus Team USA. I've replaced one of the teams. I've taken out Russia because for the 2016 World Cup of Hockey, we have to talk about the Team North America jerseys. So those are our two semifinals, Canada versus North America, Finland versus Team USA, and the winners will meet in our final throwdown. Links to all of these jerseys, pictures of all of these jerseys, are available in the episode description, so check that out so you can follow along as we give our reviews here. Joining me for the Throwback Throwdown are our co-hosts Sean and Beepo. Sean, what's going on? You ready for another World Cup Throwdown?
Another one? Oh boy, I don't know how many more we have after this. I am currently recording from an abandoned warehouse where the Tim Hortons head office has found me for saying the things they have about their wonderful company, and it hooks me up to an electroshock generator that will zap me every time an old bitch at the line asks for their donut warmed up on a plate, which in Halifax you will learn happens a lot because everyone's old here.
Speaking of Tim Hortons, currently going on, Roll Up the Rim, our national pastime, Roll Up the Rim at Tim Hortons. Do you buy Tim Hortons regularly, and how are you doing with your success rate for Roll Up the Rim?
I've won 4 times, and the only reason why I do is because there's one right next to my work. If there wasn't, I prefer in every way, shape, and form McDonald's coffee, including price. McDonald's currently has any size for $1, versus Tim's has raised their prices in the past 2 months. So formerly, a large coffee was like $1.80. So with tax, it was like $2, and now it's like $2.25. So keep that in mind. Also, the fact that apparently Tim's is pretty sketchy with the upper prizes. You know, as in they will pull every trick out of the book. As in like, oh well, you have to keep the cup because the cup has a serial number on it.
I've heard some of that stuff, yes.
You can't just rip so for those of you who don't know, the way this works is on the rim of your cup, there's something printed on the inside of it. You pin the cup down, roll it up. It usually says, please play again. And, you know, you feel like an ass. And then, you know, sometimes you win a coffee or a donut. That's fine. But there are larger prizes.
Like a car or a prepaid Visa card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am... I'm 1 for 16 this year.
Jesus Christ. I think I'm like 4 for 30. Let's say that. But yeah, so these cards these higher prizes are serial numbered on the inside of the cup. And the way that they get around handing out a lot of them is that people tear them off because that's what you do with the donut. You don't just bring your empty cup up and go, hi, can I have a donut? You rip it off.
Because that's gross.
That's really gross. So, you know, that's where they get you. And on top of that, apparently, if a Roll Up the Rim cup is like hits the ground, it is not thrown out. They are all collected, and the manager has to go out back and manually roll them all and count off the winners because odds may vary due to supply. That's why.
Oh, man, Roll Up the Rim. And last thing on Tim Hortons, do not buy an extra large hot beverage from them because it's the same amount of liquid in the cup as a large. So save yourself the 20 cents there. Beepo, now that we've got our little bit of Canadian Tim Hortons talk out of the way, what's going on?
Just to run back, Ryan. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. You ready for another World Cup of Hockey throwdown?
Oh, boy, am I.
I know the first two were so exhilarating, but is this World Cup, not talking jerseys here, but is this World Cup really going to be remembered as anything, or is this just going to be a passing moment that people soon forget about?
I'm just gonna say I legitimately don't remember much from it aside from Canada won and Team North America was fun to watch,
Well, that's
and the
true.
jerseys.
Yeah,
And that because I like jerseys. Otherwise, I'm not sure the jerseys would have been too much to remember.
well, that is the topic of this week's Throwback Throwdown, the 2016 World Cup of Hockey. So let's get to our first semifinal. Semifinal number 1 has Team Canada's red jersey going up against North America's black jersey or charcoal, whatever you want to call it. Let's call it black just for simplicity. So the Team Canada red jersey, as I mentioned, the sleeves have a maple leaf that go from the cuff all the way up to the elbow, and that's on both sleeves. The sides of the jerseys, as all jerseys in this tournament, featured the 3 Adidas stripes, and then we had a stylized white maple leaf logo with 3 veins on the front of the jersey. And that was pretty much it. Not too much going on with this jersey. For Team North America, this was a black jersey, as we mentioned, kind of a neat crest, even if it was a bit of a gimmicky team, players under 23 from North America. The numbers were kind of a stencil font, black font, trimmed in orange. Take notes, Tampa Bay. That's how you do black numbers on a black jersey. Use a bright color to contrast them. It worked for North America. It does not work for your alternate jersey. Anyways, getting back to Team North America here. Black jersey, 2 broad arm stripes that are heather charcoal or heather gray, and then that repeats on the hem, which again is heather gray. So Team Canada red versus Team North America black. Sean, why don't you start us off with your Canada review?
Oh, these jerseys have grown on me a lot since the World Cup. Yeah, at the time I thought they were kind of meh. I look at them now and I just think, oh, it's kind of like the 72 jerseys, but better in that there's an actual logo on the front, and I like the logo, and the Adidas stripes don't look too intrusive. And there was a really, 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 really good roster, so you really couldn't go wrong with any of the names on the back. Yeah, overall, I watched a lot of Team Canada, and I think that I'm going to remember these jerseys. They're kind of iconic at this point.
Beepo, your thoughts on Team Canada's red jersey?
I have to agree with Sean in that these things have kind of grown on me since the tournament. I mean, I still don't think they're incredible, but I definitely don't hate them. I don't remember exactly how I felt on them at the time, but I definitely like them more than I did before. I'm not too huge on the black equipment. I feel like they should have included more black in the rest of the uniform just to kind of balance it out, because as it is, it just kind of, it almost has like a Colorado Avalanche syndrome where there's black equipment with next to no black anywhere else. Especially on that logo trim, I don't really like the black, but the logo itself, I like the logo. The jerseys, I think they could use something on the hem, but the arm pattern works fine. And I'll just say this now, and this will apply to every jersey that we talk about. The Adidas stripes on the side are awful. But you can't really take that away from any of these jerseys in particular because it's on all of them equally. So,
yeah, I'll say it now as well. The Adidas stripes are awful. They're a negative on every jersey, so I won't need to say that going forward. But this Team Canada jersey, I do like how simple it is. I think the logo is spot on. It's kind of an ideal Team Canada logo when they didn't want to use the Federation logo or the Hockey Canada logo. So this one is spot on. As for the leaves coming up, the cuffs and up to the elbow, obviously it's based on the 72 Summit jersey. I just think the 72 Summit jersey did it a lot better, where it was more of, or slightly more of an obscure leaf, like the general idea of a leaf was there, but it wasn't 100% true leaf. Well, this is, and it's a bit templatey or a bit clip arty, so not fantastic, but not horrible as well. Now we're moving on to Team North America. Sean, start us off.
You want to talk about a jersey that just, the hockey world is going, man, these are mediocre, but have you seen Team North America? Yeah, the world fell in love with this team for a while, and I can't blame them. They had a good roster, and they had good jerseys. These are nice. Now, I will say that, my opinion on them, I won't say it's gone down, but I've gone stagnant on these a little bit. But still, these are really nice. Heathered striping looks great here because it kind of complements the black. It's used as an accent. The logo is friggin' fantastic. I don't know how they came up with this, but I like it. The XX triple I, it looks pretty cool on the arm. I do kind of wish it was on the other arm just for color's sake. And of all the jerseys, in fact, I would argue that the Adidas stripes serve the most purpose here, as without it, there's almost no orange. But yeah, especially the black jersey. I just remember this coming out and people going, wow, look at these. Okay, maybe there's a little bit of hope for Adidas going into taking over for the NHL. Really strong effort here.
Beepo, North America's black jersey.
This is a really weird one because it's so close to being great at the same time that it's so close to being awful. Because the gray heathered stripes, while I like them, they're right on that edge territory of kind of suffering from Tampa syndrome, looking at it in hindsight, where it doesn't stand out enough to stand out, and it's close to blending into the black. I think it's bright enough that it does stand out, but it doesn't pop out at you. And I think it would have worked better if they had some more orange trim. Like, just put some orange trim around those stripes, and I think they look a ton better. But it's definitely something that is unique for a team as unique as this was. And again, the Adidas stripes, not good. But like Sean said, they at least add some orange to it. And the logo, I really like the logo as well. I think it would have looked better if they took the NA monogram thing out of the triangle and just had it blown up on the chest. I think it would look much better that way. Overall, it's kind of right in that middle ground where, like I said, it's close to being awful, but it's also close to being great.
I really like this Team North America jersey. I didn't think the white one was very good, but the black one is really good. And I think if you wanted to take a jersey to show the world what Adidas was going to do with hockey jerseys, this one would be it, aside from the stripes. We don't want that. We don't need the Adidas stripes anywhere. But this is the jersey I'd want to show the world, this one and Vegas's. I think these are probably two of the best jerseys that Adidas has done. I love the stencil numbers on here with the orange outline. And I really think that the heather gray stripes work well, where if you look at Carolina's alternate this year where they tried to go heather red stripes, it misses the mark a bit. I think these look really well with a black jersey. These are really cool jerseys. It also helped with the young, exciting team wearing them. The crest on the front is really new and exciting, and we didn't know what to kind of jersey to expect for a team called Team North America, but now this look really showcases what Team North America is now, and it's this young, exciting, cool, new, trendy team, and I think the jersey really represents that well. So it's time to choose our winner, Team Canada's red jersey or Team North America's black jersey. Sean, you're up.
This is a tough one because it's literally it's like ice cream versus ice cream with sprinkles. You're happy either way, but one of them you like a little more. And honestly, at this point, I will say Team Canada gets the win here. I would have said for a long time that, Team North America gets the win. And Team North America, does look really good. But I just think that in terms of jersey that I like now, I do prefer Canada's, and I do think it's the best of the tournament.
All right, and I'm going to take Team North America here. I mentioned how just the look of the jersey fit the actual team so well, and I still think this jersey holds up. And as I look at it even more, it's going on my wish list in my jersey collection. So my win here goes to Team North America. Beepo, you get to decide our winner.
This is a really tough one, and I've said this many times on the podcast before, but ask me in 5 minutes and maybe my opinion will change. But I'm going to give it to North America. It's, again, a really tough decision on the jerseys. I could just do a coin flip and pick probably. But I'll give it to them just on the sort of the uniqueness aspect of it. I'll give them that, and that it fits the theme of the team really well. And also, a really weird thing that I'm noticing is that looking at a picture of, I think, the original unveiling of the jerseys where they're kind of laid out flat, you see the North America jerseys, the black ones, with filled-in orange numbers. But in the actual games, they wore outlined stenciled numbers, which is a little bit odd. to me. I didn't notice that until now. But
yeah, good point on that
to point
one.
out.
That's a good point on that one. I'm seeing that image as well. But yeah, they did go with the orange outline numbers rather than a solid orange number. But good point there. So North America advances to our first final, and we will be right back with semifinal number 2. This is the HJC Podcast Network. New shows every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Semifinal number 2 sees Finland's white jersey going up against Team USA's white jersey. Looking at Finland's white jersey, we have a big, broad blue stripe across the chest, and that stripe repeats to the arms. Again, Adidas stripes, as we've mentioned, a half collar in the same royal blue, and the numbers are a bit of a kind of block font, but a rounded edge block font, and they're done in navy blue, and then Finland's coat of arms is on the front of the jersey. Looking at Team USA's white jersey, this has squared navy shoulder yokes, and then a white stripe on the arms, and then tall navy cuffs. There's a white stripe separating those navy cuffs and the red arm stripe. USA in kind of stretched block letters, I guess is the best way I can say it, going diagonally down the front, navy Adidas stripes, whatever. The numbers are in red, outlined in navy. So Sean, start us off with your Team Finland review.
Fantastic primary logo here. I'm a big fan of it. I like the addition of red here. I think that Finland, in very small amounts, can pull that off. Unfortunately, that's about it. Well, the blue jersey I really like. I love that big chest stripe with the Finland name thing that they have on all their jerseys. Looks really cool and goes with sort of, banking off of what they did at the Sochi Olympics. Kind of worked. This was just boring. If you're going to strip the team a double blue, that's fine. But don't just go and give them like something that Tampa Bay would even consider to be boring. That being said, it really is effective for a team that disappointed in the tournament as much as they did.
Beepo, your thoughts on Team Finland?
I really like this jersey. Like Sean mentioned, I really like the logo, and I don't think the red and gold looks out of place at all. Maybe a little bit, if anything, but I think it works fine. I really like the chest stripe. I think it frames the logo well. The matching arm stripes look great. The matching sock stripe looks great. And I say that they're matching. We'll kind of get to that whenever we get to the USA jerseys. The only thing that I don't particularly like about this jersey, again, aside from the Adidas stripes, is I don't really understand why the pants and helmet and gloves, the equipment, is in navy blue when there's not much of it at all on the jersey. I don't have any pictures right now of the back, but I'm going to assume that the back numbers are navy because the TV numbers are. But if that's the only navy blue, I think it would look a lot better if you either incorporated more navy blue into the jersey or took it all out and just did the light blue entirely, including equipment. But overall, I really like this jersey. It's simple. It works. Maybe it could be a little bit more, but I think it works really well for what it is.
I also really like this Team Finland white jersey. The red and gold crest on the front looks so good when contrasting with the mostly white and blue jersey. So that's a plus. The chest stripe and the arm stripes, easily people could have said, oh, this looks like a Montreal jersey. It's got the same layout as a Montreal jersey, but it doesn't. It has its own identity. And I really also love the font used for the numbers and the player name on this jersey. I know people wanted to see the double blue, and I like the way they did it here, where it's mostly the royal blue used for the jersey design, and then the navy blue comes from the numbers and team equipment. So I think that really worked for me, and I really, really enjoyed this Team Finland white jersey. Sean, taking a look at Team USA's white jersey, what do you think?
Team USA got kind of really, really, really heavily criticized at the time for having what some at the time considered to be the worst jerseys of the event, and I firmly disagree with that. And again, these have grown on me a lot. The white jersey in particular, so much so that I'd like to see it again. The Ranger style script worked wonderful. I think it was a good font, making it red with a mostly outside of the obviously being white navy jersey actually worked really well. I love the collar effect. And the striping itself, despite being further up the arm than what most people are used to, I think really works here. Even as such, the Adidas striping isn't too intrusive here. You know what? A really good effort here. And the fact that it doesn't match the home and that the home kind of is its own thing, being basically having no white, I really think that the USA, they gave you a reason to buy both jerseys if you really wanted to.
Beepo, what do you think of your home country's white jersey?
These are definitely the better ones of the set, and I like these ones actually quite a lot. I'm not sure, I don't remember how I felt about these at the time either. I know I didn't particularly like the blue ones. I don't remember how I felt about these ones, but I quite like them now. The script logo thing on the front works really well. I know they've used that in other jerseys, but of course not the exact same typography or anything like that. The captain's patch especially. I mean, they had that patch on every player's jersey, but I really like how they incorporated the C and the A into it. The striping is nice and simple. The thing that I mentioned with the consistency is that I don't understand why it's not on the socks and why the socks are just plain blue and white. I don't understand that at all. Adding a red stripe would help tremendously, and also adding a hem stripe, matching hem stripe would help tremendously. And I think that would have made it one of the absolute best in the tournament. As it is, it's good, but it has some potential to be great. And I like it, but it's just not quite there to being incredible.
As for me, I feel it's just incomplete almost, and almost a product of, it just suffers from the event that it was used for and the manufacturer of the jersey. And by saying that, I would have liked to have seen the actual USA Hockey crest on the front rather than the diagonal script. The Adidas stripes really do a number on this jersey. I would have preferred a full hem stripe to kind of match the arm stripes. I do really like the font used for the numbers. I think the Adidas collar works really well here. And as almost is the case on all Team USA jerseys, the colors working together does really well here. So it's now time to choose our winner, Team Finland's white jersey or Team USA's white jersey. Sean, you're up.
I will definitely give it to USA here. It's an easy pick for me. Good job, Team USA. But again, you were really underwhelming in this tournament.
And I'm going to take Team Finland in this one. Again, I really like how this resembles a classic hockey jersey, and I'm far more satisfied looking at this one than I am Team USA's jersey. Beepo, you get to choose our winner.
This is another fairly tough one, but maybe not as tough as the last matchup. I'm going to go with Finland. I think Ryan did a great job of putting into words kind of what I was thinking, in that USA's jersey looks almost a little bit incomplete, and I think Finland's jersey looks a lot more complete, and it's just more satisfying to look at. I really like the colors on it. I like the light blue, even though I think that they could have balanced it a little bit better. I really like the light blue, and the crest works really well too, and the color in it.
Okay, so our final then is going to be North America's black jersey versus Team Finland's white jersey. Now, before we get to that, now that we've looked at all three World Cups of hockey, taking in 96, 2004, and 2016, which of the three tournaments had the best looking jerseys overall, considering them all together, Sean?
All right. It's a three-way split, honestly, because it goes team to team. Germany and Slovakia
you got to look at them all as a bunch, all together. So,
all right, 04. You know what? It was a good mix. 04 wins. It's what I remember. Team Canada looked, in the words of TC, glorious.
Beepo, best looking of the three World Cups.
I think it's a somewhat close competition between 2016 and 04, but I think I'm definitely going to have to give it to 04 because 2016 had some good ones and some bad ones, but I think they were mostly mediocre. 2004 had some really great ones like Canada's, and the rest of them were maybe mediocre, but they weren't bad, really, unless I'm forgetting some of them, at least from the ones that we talked about especially. They were okay, not great, not bad, again, aside from Canada.
And I'm going to agree with you guys. 2004 had the best looking of all the jerseys. I don't think there was a bad one in the bunch. For 2016, there was a couple bad ones. And 96 in the era of sublimation, so many of them.
Slovakia. Greatest hockey jersey of all time between Germany and Slovakia. It's so hard to pick. They're just both so good.
As we talked about a couple weeks ago, go check out the 96 World Cup jerseys for Germany and
Slovakia.
All right, it's time to get to our final now. Team North America's black jersey against Team Finland's white jersey. Choose your champion and tell us why, Sean.
Definitely going to have to go with Team North America. It's an easy pick for me. Again, this is probably, of the jerseys, this is in top 3 of the wish list. My boy Connor Hellebuck was one of the goalies on that team. I think Scheifele might have been on there too. Just overall, a really good jersey. And honestly, something that, looking at how the 2019 NHL All-Star jerseys came out, it really was something that they should have taken inspiration from. Overall, good work.
All right, Beepo, who do you have here?
I'm going to take Finland on this one, as I've mentioned many times before on the podcast and will many times in the future. I'm a big fan of a lot of color on jerseys as long as it's not overdone. I think Finland does a great job of it here, as I mentioned again in my little review of it whenever I picked it over USA. And North America's, I like it, but it just doesn't bring enough color or excitement to me as with what Finland does.
And I'm going to give the win to Team North America. I think it's a really nice modern jersey. Could have been too crazy or too over the top, but I think they did all the elements on it really well. The stenciled numbers, the heather gray stripes, and just it. Even the Adidas collars aren't objectionable. The logo is again very modern. It really pops, and these jerseys were really exciting. And what I remember coming from the tournament. So giving my vote to Team North America, and that gives them the win 2-1 in our Throwback Throwdown final here. So the winner of the 2016 World Cup of Hockey Throwback Throwdown, Team North America. That is what we have for you here on Throwback Throwdown. You can check us out on hockeyjerseyconcepts.com. Go visit the site, because going on right now, we have the Quebec Nordiques unused logo redesign competition, and those entries are due March 22nd. Also going on the blog, we have the Montreal Maroons redesign top 3 vote, and that vote ends March 15th at noon Eastern time. So be sure to head on over to hockeyjerseyconcepts.com. Be sure you're logged into a Google account as well, and place your top 3 votes. I'd like to thank Sean and Beefo for helping me host this Throwback Throwdown. And to stay up to date with all of our podcasts, be sure to subscribe to the HJC Podcast Network to get notifications when the Jersey Nerds podcast comes out every Tuesday and when Fake or Authentic comes out every Thursday. So again, thank you to all you Jersey Nerds for listening, and goodbye, everybody.